Game number 1 of Heat 2. Who will move on through to the grand finals and compete for that coveted title of Fall Skirmish Grand Champions? It's time to get it started and look at the beautiful Fortnite map. Lupo, last heat, the favorites were Tfue and Cloaksy. They did it. They came out on top. The favorites for me in this one, Poach and Vivid. Will they do the same?
I'm on the same page, to be quite honest. We've seen really, really impressive performances from them in the past. Yep. It would blow my mind if we didn't see a repeat of that here today. If you're here at TwitchCon in San Jose, please make some noise for the beginning of Heat 2, Game 1. We'll see where people are dropping. We got Top Gun and Lassus down there. A couple bopping into Salty Springs. Pretty clear spread, although I will say it's surprising to me to see Tilted completely unpossessed. Nobody went Tilted.
Zero.
And these people, they're looking down on everybody else jumping out of the bus. They see that where people are going.
That I've never seen that before.
I don't think I've ever seen Tilted completely uncontested.
I wonder who's going to be the first to find that out.
The island is completely empty as well. Pleasant Park completely empty. Junk. Nobody's jumped.
Everyone's playing. This is a very passive lobby compared to last one.
This is going to be a very early aggressive gameplay from some people, though. We have multiple locations. POIs out of the gate have 3 or more teams at them.
Nobody, just farming up everything in sight. Trying to get those materials up as we get things started.
Jeff Strobel and Harkin already looking like they may have cleaned up a duo here at the bridge coming out of the desert biome in the southeast corner of the map. Here we go. This is what I was talking about. Up on top of Viking Village, Zexro and Vinny, Johnny K and Tantrum Thrower. And a Rift, not a Rift to go. Looks like one of the ones that was stationed just outside of the area there, but just taking the opportunity to maybe bounce out, or an aggressive push from above. We'll have to see here in a second where they potentially cut to. Building up and going for edits, just trying to dig up any loot that they can while still keeping an eye on the opposition here in Viking Village. Zexro and Vinny still the largest building. Zexro trying to get a kind of a POV from the top of the building, keeping his eyes down.
And you'll see just farming those buildings. You're not used to seeing players do that in your average Fortnite game, right? But here, legitimately every single material not only counts, but I'm sure it'll be used in some capacity. So they're farming up the roof. They're getting every little bit they can get. They're making it one shot. You see they're not actually finishing it. They keep it as cover. As, again, they just continue to gain every little bit of material. Look, if they didn't do that, if they hadn't been farming that, he would still be at what? I think like 65 wood he had before he farmed that whole roof. More than double just based on not even finishing the structure pieces alone, because like you said, every material counts. If you get one build might be the difference between winning and losing a 2v2. Looks like some sort of move is now being made by Zexro.
Tag shotgun, gray SMG, 3 stink grenades we've seen a ton of times in the past. The stink bombs used almost all the time. Zexro trying to get maybe a little side flank, trying to get a pinch there. 4 players all built around in one building here, the north side of Snobby Shores, trying to resolve a scuffle, a 2v2 here. The audio cues are huge, and the team, Ashen and Crimson, have the height advantage. They're basically just listening for movement inside the building.
Oh, he just built that wall, which would have blocked any shot.
Fun fact, you see there on your screen, the llama can run up to 35 miles an hour. Yeah, Fortnite, I'd like to see the ones in-game do that.
Yeah.
Make them move.
That's almost believable as me running 35 miles an hour.
I believe that you could do that, Jack.
Well, it depends on what I'm running at or for. But here we go. Here's the fight. A quick crack from the pump shotgun. Not enough there as the shields are traded. They've got one trapped inside. There's no materials left. Beautiful trade there. Crimson going to get rezzed down by Austin, and nicely done. They engage together. They react accordingly, and just like that, 2 eliminations, 1 more, and they're earning themselves a point.
We got a team rotating away from Greasy. Demand and Zedbeast finding someone hiding next to a tree out here. Trying to go for a quick little build there. Not a whole ton of materials. If Demand outbuilds his own materials, he might get caught underneath his opponent, putting himself in a bad spot. He actually gave 2 walls up, or 2 floor surfaces up to his opponent there. Looking for the drop down, but it doesn't happen. Still built up on top of Demand and Zedbeast. Now Zedrin, the teammate, Zakumi building up, trying to get the top down as well. Height advantage is almost everything here, but a good shot might save the game. 20 builds left. Demand goes down. Zedbeast still up. Trying to rotate around the outside, get a really good angle. Still a ton of build left. 13 build material surfaces left from Zedbeast. Shots from his opponent underneath, just kind of knocking down what he has. This early spraying out a build, super important because your opponent, unless they got like an early llama, you can get a materials
They're
advantage
pretty
quick.
weak, though. He can do this. Zedrin now has only 12 HP. No, there it is.
The 12, the 26 from above.
Zedbeast, the 1 versus 2 there in the final moments, and he'll be rewarded with, well, look at this. The epic assault rifle, the epic sniper rifle, and he can get the res, and they have time to run as well. I mean, yes, the zone's pushing on in, but they'll be able to make it out alive.
See Crispy looking for his teammate Wish from CLG, rotating somewhere out there in the southwest pass. Looks like they're going to hug the edge past Greasy and just try and rotate into the zone. A tough spot out there on the edge, though. Not a whole lot of materials or loot from treasure chests. It's hard to say, apparently.
It's okay. Happens to the best of us. They're going to go ahead and claim this hotel building as their own.
There is one other team here in Paradise, as you see, Navi and Amaze. Thresh and Java's holding the large hotel building. A ton of loot in that one building, but you have a lot of there's a lot of exposure, a lot of windows, and you're way up in the air.
It's an awkward building to be in because there's areas where you're not able to build, where it gets blocked. You see Amaze and Navi, they're claiming this whole house. What you do is you break all the outer walls, and then you wind up claiming them as your own, as you can see, so you can peek on through. You can go for quick edits. It gives you options to escape easily.
Amaze is looking through gaps that aren't, it's not even from an edit and reset. He's literally just looking through the gaps of the texture, using that little tiny spot just to see if he can see anybody.
These guys know stuff that I don't, as you'd expect.
That's why they're playing.
That is true. Typhic and Austin now pushing towards soccer area. Typhic does get tagged, and they'll quickly build on up, but look at the zone. Inching on in, and I think they still have to go a pretty decent distance.
His teammate Leo not anywhere nearby, so that Austin may potentially been the one from above just taking shots down. To see, they're going to try and rotate against the storm here. Now you see Leo's just building, it just builds up 3 ramps, jumps off, immediately deploys the glider in an effort to get away. Chef Strobel working earlier, taking shots.
What?
Cheetah from the back, not even a build to defend, just gets 3 tack shots in the back for the Elim. The save there. Thresh and Java's back here in Paradise Palms. Quick elimination on Cub Smiles.
Ooh. Legendary compact SMG, always a fantastic pickup. A little bit better of an inventory than maybe Typhix, as you can see. As they've got to reach shifty shafts, it will definitely take a good amount of damage, but look at how many people are still building in the zone.
I don't know if you noticed.
Oh, this is brilliant.
They're going to use the opponent's ramp to just continue to fly in. And I don't know if you saw that. Leo dropped 3 bandages on the ramp. Yep. Just slide him down to his teammate as they both push up the ramp.
There are still 90 people left.
Are you kidding me?
90 people in the game. The first zone is closed, and there are still 90 players left. That's 5. How passive. I mean, think no one landed Tilted. No one landed Leaky Lake. No one landed Pleasant. 3 major POIs with 0 players. Everyone else went to the outskirts. They're playing extremely passive.
Maybe they all just are they're just out here trying to outbuild each other. We have KP5 and Crunch. Crunch gets knocked. Psalms is knocked as well. It's a 1v1 situation. KP resetting his elevation as Crunch gets eliminated there. Trying to fly back up. KP5 looks like he secures the 1v1.
Zilly and Dr. David on top of this island, and they actually set up here very early before this new zone pushed up. But look at this. They are right on the edge of the zone on a very popular side. Look at how many teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 teams look like they're going to rotate right past that island where the 2 yellow markers are. They have a great opportunity to just farm people pushing out of the zone.
And you have to remember, too, if they get to 7 eliminations, every single one after that is an additional point. So they might be in the best position of any team. And materials right now, they're not great, but they're not scarce by any means. 3-1-0 is a decent position to be in mid-game. There's Poach and Vivid, as well as Shatang and Salt.
Farming up everything they can. There's the format to remind everybody at home. Again, get involved in the conversation. # Fall Skirmish. Send us your predictions. Who you think is going to come out on top this weekend in this heat. Anything. Want to hear your thoughts. And this is another perfect example of just people being content with just making it on in towards the zone.
In the feed, Austin and Crimson go down to Vinny. A pair of eliminations there, putting them just barely closer to another point. And that edit and peek through the pyramid, oh man.
It's only slightly good.
Only slightly, only slightly. Only a few competitive players do that.
Yeah. Poach's material is definitely much stronger than that of some of the other players we've seen. I mean, 5, 7, 3, as they would say. Just reading out the first digit in the number. As he'll drop a shield for Vivid, because Vivid, I think, got tagged. And you think Poach and Vivid, two of the winningest Fortnite players in prize money of all time.
Jack, there's still 84 left.
Yeah. Oh, no, the second zone's about to close with 84 players. I'm gonna sound like an auctioneer when I start to cast the action.
Yeah. And in this corner.
And do I see 3? 3, 3, 3.
You had 3 eliminations. Vivid.
Imperial Hal and Frex building their little home. Poach and Vivid doing some home renovations as well. You see Shatang and Salt on the opposite side of Fatal. As, again, with this many people left, it's...
Here's a replay of the only set of eliminations that have happened in the last 5 minutes. A lot of top-down shots there. Wow. Vinny lasering Austin Crimson. Jump back over to Vinny and Zexro, who are moving into the zone. That's 2 eliminations here. No materials. 84 left. 84 left.
I've never seen a Fortnite game like this in my life.
Look, I guarantee you if Vinny is able to build up next to this other team, knowing that they're in there and they know he's outside, if he didn't take those shots, he could have just built up and stayed there, and they might not have even engaged. Vinny's going for the SMG spray to bring down any structure, just trying to eat through all the materials possible.
Yep. Oh, they got shield tag in there. Uh-oh. That means it's time. It's make it rain territory right now, folks. Meaning we are in the 3rd zone. Between this 3rd and 4th zone, they got away. They got away. Whoever winds up getting the most eliminations wins $10,000.
There's still 84 left, Jack.
This is going to be absurd. We're going to go into the first moving zone with 70 people. There's about to be 84 people in just Fatal Fields.
It wouldn't surprise me if there's 3 teams hiding in the corner right now, not even going to lie. Oh, there's a second team literally right behind, moving through as Poach and Vivid build up their own base. You've got 2 teams in Big Red, 84 left, and the next zone starts moving in 45 seconds. Is this real?
It is real, Dr. Lupo. It is. As everyone's claiming buildings, everyone's got their towers, some nades coming on in. Horkin and Chef Strovel making to quickly build on up.
A knock there in the feed.
There you go.
A number of eliminations happening now. Here we go, 82. 26 seconds till the circle moves. 4 minutes and 20 seconds until the Make It Rain bonus ends. You have to remember the team with the most eliminations during Make It Rain bonus win $10,000. But if it's a tie, or if no one, and obviously we've seen eliminations, if it's a tie between 2 teams, it rolls over to the next round of the heat. And if it makes it to the end of the heat, whatever's left there in the Make It Rain bonus goes on to the grand finals on Sunday. Vivid and Poach getting forced to do a little bit of repositioning with that stink bomb. 82 left, and the next circle starts to move. Jack, I don't think I've ever seen this many players still alive.
I've never seen this many still up. We are 15 minutes in the game. There's 82 people. Here we go. There's at least 1 elim.
Handful of knockdowns and elims happening now. We go down to Wilds, who secures that elim and gets the follow-up on Amaze. Wilds securing 2 elims there. Well done. 79 left. Look at this. They built an entirely new city in Fatal.
This is unreal. Horkin now, 1 hunting rifle shot, wants to put it to good use.
How many players are simultaneously peeking through pyramids right now, Jack? Thoughts?
I guess 52. Is that fair?
Honestly, probably. 3 minutes left on the Make It Rain bonus. You have teams, multiple teams literally 10, 15 feet from each other, not moving.
Zill and Harrians, oh gosh. They're tagged up quite a bit. They do have a rift to go though.
Here we go, 78 left. The circle is about to close. 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
This is the final zone before the moving zones.
78 players. 1 minute and 12 seconds till the circle moves. Just over 2 minutes on the Make It Rain bonus. Poach and Vivid already in the safe zone. Your favorite team right now, putting themselves in a really good position. They have an opportunity at third party. It looks like Poach might almost go for it. Closes the edit just so we can still see through that transparency. Super important. They have a couple little tunnels built up, and you see he's going to expand their home.
Just keeps going.
77 left. Jack.
I told you, man.
What am I watching?
I told you. This lobby, I think they're like afraid. No, once I saw nobody land Tilted, nobody land Pleasant, nobody land Leaky Lake, I was like, okay, this is strange.
So come out and see a number of knockdowns and elims starting to happen as V Crispy from CLG picking up an elim on Static. Marowak and Hart trying to build up. A lot of players they're using each other's ramps that have already been built up these mountains.
That's why they put the walls behind it as well.
Slow them down. Any opportunity you get.
Uh-oh.
A third party. Hart's going to have to build around. That's exactly what he does. Builds himself a little box on top, on the side of this ramp. And that's still in the zone. Shots from outside, maybe outside of the circle, just the angle he got hit at from like west-southwest, and he's on the south side of the safe zone. 74 left. We have 60 seconds till this zone closes.
Make It Rain bonus ticking by. 54 seconds for players to make some noise. Try to take home that extra 10K. A look at everyone kind of stacked up on each other. Wild's already have a few limbs. He just got chunked on down.
You start to see players fly in there, making spades. Using that deploy mechanic. 67 left in 40 seconds.
It's a lot of great loot.
We've seen a lot of strategic play from Heat 1 with high player counts towards these circles, but this is still the most players I've ever seen alive in this zone in a competitive game of Fortnite.
No, this is mind-blowing right now. Poach looking for any little opening he can get. At this point, the whole bottom layer is all built. Look at this. There's like barely any grass anymore.
If this circle closes and there's 60 players left, anybody can just open a window and start shooting in a random direction at the ground and it'll get a hit.
This is like overpopulation. This is like movies. Someone should have a movie where like all the cities become overpopulated and stuff. That's this right now.
This is it right now.
We're now in the year like 2075.
The future. It is bleak.
Pain and Vape Jesus just staying down. The first moving zone is about to happen.
They're already inside it too. The position, they have basically the perfect position. They're glued against the ground, which depending on how you look at it is good and bad. But there's multiple layers of structure above. Oh. And look, you just look at this view you have. All you see in all these POVs is just building. It's just building. They're all built inside boxes. Everyone's secured their own little containers, their homes.
And that's all they do. And that's all they do. The move beginning to come now as you see
62 players left.
All sorts of movement happening.
This
Hogman trying to claim one of these walls as his own. As it looks like he's got him now. He's got to move forward a little bit, and he knows it. Seems like he's preemptively waiting to edit on out and begin to build the next layer of his 1x1.
You've got people flying in from outside the zone. Things are starting to get a little hectic here. 62 left, 45 seconds till this circle closes, Jack.
Sprays happening everywhere.
Poach and Vivid. Now Poach's POV here, just trying to do a little bit of tunneling. Owns that floor, and the player underneath him, Crip, does not realize. Poach takes advantage of that. That tack shotgun securing an elim. That's his first, actually, of the game so far. See the feed. Vinny lost in the storm after picking up another elim. 59 players left. 18 seconds till the zone closes, and we're already in the moving phase.
He's got rocketed. Nice little quick edit there. Then he's going to re-peek and get the roof. Well done. Make sure that the rocket doesn't wind up damaging him. He continues to try to crossfire Dr. David and Freezy. As you can tell, it seems like there's also people helping out. They've got him so weak, they haven't gotten the knock as of yet. Is he going to try to chase us?
That was Dr. David that dropped down. Looks like kind of dot. Oh,
there it is.
Vivid found him, looks like.
Vivid with the elimination. Look at the shields. He's got the grappler as well.
53 players left at this point.
He's saying he doesn't need an assault rifle. All he wants is...
Everyone's so on top of each other, it seems like it'd be a waste of an equipment slot.
This is going to be the nutty one. Folks, there are 53 people, and we are about to go on a sprint to this next zone.
You got some players already moving out, Jack.
Look at this perspective. Everyone moving.
That grappler coming in
It's like a Congo line at a wedding.
I still don't fully understand what I'm seeing. I can't believe there's 49 players left. We're in the second moving zone, and like you said, it is quite a distance to travel here. Enigma and Fuzzy starting to make their move across. You have teams on top of each other that might not even realize it, just focusing on moving. No one wants to risk taking shots if they don't have to. 45 players left. The feed going absolutely wild. Vivid securing another one, which means they have at least 3 elims now, which is a point for the boys from Liquid.
That's another one now for Vivid. So
Poach is gone, though.
Oh, and Vivid's getting sprayed at big time. Beautiful drop of the trap. Making sure that that opponent chases him. He basically just runs right into that. Vivid's got one nearby. The grappler might just save his life here. 900 metal left.
Look
Thresh is hype.
Thresh literally takes his hands off his keyboard and mouse because he's healing and everyone else is moving. We just went from just under 50 to 22.
Yep, that's how fast it drops. People getting knocked by the storm, lost in the storm.
Tendons, J-Truth, Vape Jesus, all taken out by the storm. 19 players left.
Hogman up top. He's got a teammate up there as well. You see Kevy making a move. Build battle now coming into play. Hogman and Choppa down, Ham the high ground at the moment. You've got to think they're the favorites right now. As Vivid just continually trying to move towards this new zone. Quick edit there. Oh, I thought he had that one. I think that would have put him at 5 elims. So he's really on the verge of another point. Remember, folks, there's also benefits to getting in the top 5. You get a point. You get in the top 3, you get 2 points. You win the game, you get a full 3 points for the victory royale. And Vivid's just going. He's slowly inching forward. He's got to go one more layer, and he knows it. It looks like that'll be it, and he's in. He's safe for the moment.
If you watch the material count in some of these players, like that push from Vivid, 8 through probably 1,000 materials, because every single box was 5 builds or more.
Yep.
Just to be 100% sure no one's going to laser him down as he's trying to move across.
Hogman really doesn't have much left to his name. That was his last build. He's got 1 clip of AR left as well. He needs to get this elimination, and he's rushing it. I like this play a lot. He knows he's got to push for something. He's going to sneak up. Oh, I thought he had the sneak on the player. Wall spam coming in. Hogman cannot build. There's no way he can break on in there. He's just got to reset.
He's still just barely outside the zone, so where he is right now isn't safe. He's still going to have to move inside. Because of the lack of materials, drops in, single. Ooh, the elim on Animal. The swap there, SMG to shotgun.
Vivid's still in this. He's quite healthy. There goes Kevy. Vivid's got to get in the zone. He's going for the high ground. He's trying to make the play of the game right now, folks. Will it pay off? No, he just blocked himself. He's got to go. He's got to go. The zone doesn't drop him.
Gets the on Kevy. That should be 5, I believe.
He's got the campfire down. He's trying to move on in. The storm closing. 7 players left. He's not going to win any sort of heal battle. He's continuing to move forward. 14 seconds left now on the storm. You see Hogman staying in the middle. Vivid down to just 28 HP. Is he going to break down? Will he drop? 6 players left. He wants these points. Vivid, 2 health. Done.
His team did place 5th.
Choppa down. Done. Hogman, done. They placed 3rd. Blood, he knows he's got it.
There we go.
He knows he's got it. The med kit being used and the excitement there. Look at the relief.